Hey Basement Collective, what's up? It's Irvin and John here with another X-Wing battle report for you. This is the Game 4 of our last tournament coverage, and we got Blake and Shereef. They're both playing Imperials, and it's going to be a fun game. So what do they got, John?
Well, before I go into the list, I just want to mention that this is in fact the final head table, and at this point Shereef was undefeated. He's the only player to do so. So Shereef scores one more point. All he needs is a tie here, and he wins the tournament. Blake, on the other hand, was at 10 points with one loss.
To me.
To you, that's right. And Blake needs a lot more here to come out with the W. So I'll get into the lists now. Shereef, as I've mentioned before, is running Echo, Colzet, and Soontir Fel. Lieutenant Colzet has brought the accuracy corrector, and he's brought proton rockets as well. Echo is running VI, FCS, Advanced Cloaking Device, and Recon Specialist. And Soontir Fel has his typical push the limit Autothrusters, but this time he has a targeting device instead of that standard stealth device, I guess you could say. Now Blake, on the other hand, is running kind of similar list, but it's two ship instead. Blake has Rear Admiral Chirano with Predator, Ysanne Isard, Engine Upgrade, and Emperor Palpatine. And to round it off, he's got Darth Vader with Predator, Advanced Targeting Computer, and Engine Upgrade. So these are the lists.
And obviously it's a very strong list since this is the final game of the tournament. So
now, right off the bat, gotta be said, Vader is higher pilot skill than Echo, and that really sucks. In fact, Blake has the initiative, so Rear Admiral Chirano is also going to be shooting before Echo. Echo is going to only have 2 defense dice, and it's very likely that Echo is going to be taken down early here because he's got that pilot skill 8, guys, don't forget. However, Shereef does still have Soontir Fel. He's still got Lieutenant Colzet, and Lieutenant Colzet in particular could really end up playing a huge role in taking down that Decimator. We're going to have to see what kind of crits these guys get. Blake's list is significantly better at getting crits. And you know what, guys? I just corrected myself. Blake is not running Rear Admiral Chirano. He's running Kenkirk. So he's pilot skill 6, and he's not going to be shooting. My bad, guys. There were a lot of Rear Admiral Chiranos in this event, but Blake was not running one of them. So it looks like he's going to try and barrel roll here to get a good angle on Echo, but it's not going to work out. First round of shooting, it looks like it's going to be Kenkirk versus Echo. That's right. You know what? Darth Vader might have a shot as well. So Shereef, most of his army's kind of out of the fight here. I bet he wishes he had done something differently, but we'll have to see what happens. Maybe Shereef ends up not suffering too badly for this. What do you think? Who do you expect to be getting the first blood here?
I mean, Blake just has his 2 ships, right? So
yeah,
Shereef has a lot more targets, I guess you could say. So I don't exactly know who's going to get it, but I mean, the Decimator and the Phantom are going to start going at it, and the Decimator has a 360-degree arc, right? So
that's right, yep.
So I think the Phantom's in a bit of a trouble right now.
That's one thing that the Phantom really struggled with when it came out, is around that time, the Phantom was a very strong ship when it came out, but that was around the same era that Fat Han was kind of reigning supreme, and it was pretty well established that Han Solo countered Whisper at that point in time. Similarly, I think the Decimator's going to have a good chance against this same Phantom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going into shooting here.
All right. So this is Echo shooting at Kenkirk. And he ends up losing 2 shields.
Yeah. 2 shields.
Okay. And he gets to cloak, so that's great. That's exactly what Echo needs, is to be cloaked when he's getting shot at. And Darth Vader's the number 1 threat to Echo right now because he's higher pilot skill. Kenkirk's going to get a shot back. Looks like it's range 3. But he rolls hit, crit. So Shereef taking his 5 dice. He's got focus. And I cut it out. I'm sorry, guys, but it looks like Echo ends up losing 2 shields to that attack. So sorry about that, guys. It won't happen again. So that's not what Shereef wants. He rolled 5 dice, and he only got 1 block. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be that's a tough roll.
Yeah, that's rough. All right, so Colzet's coming in. Remember, guys, Colzet is the one that can spend a target lock on that he has to turn a damage card phase up. So Colzet, not really a good instigator, but definitely got a lot of control potential there. Especially once Kenkirk starts taking damage. Depending what crit it is, if it's blinded pilot, if it's thrust control fire, he can perma-stress, he can perma-blind pretty much for the rest of the game if he wants. So Colzet has a lot of power potentially in this matchup. So Kenkirk could have bumped. I think Shereef was going for the bump there, but Blake had the foresight to avoid that. Now he's going to get to boost, and he's basically, it looks like he's just trying to chase after that Phantom there. Now, if I were Shereef, I would have probably done a 1 hard on Phantom. Oh, look at that, 1 hard, okay. So we're going to have to see if the Phantom gets arc here. This is going to be big because that means he can cloak before he gets shot at. But, once again, the question is, what did Vader do? Is Vader going to be able to get a shot at Echo? If Vader shoots, Echo can't cloak, and it's very likely that Echo will just die.
Yeah, Vader's pretty strong with that high pilot skill.
Legend has it, he has one of the highest pilot skills, actually, yes. This is, of course, Predator Vader, guys, so it's not VI, but it's still enough. Soontir coming in. Soontir a bit out of the fight right now. It would have been cool if Soontir could have been getting some hits on Kenkirk, get him low. Now, guys, remember, Kenkirk is the one that gets an extra bonus defense die when he's taking hull damage, so combine that with Ysanne and Emperor Palpatine, and Kenkirk has a guaranteed 2 evades every time, so Kenkirk actually ends up being a very strong late-game ship, as well as Darth Vader. So Blake really has 2 ships that are both difficult to take down, can dish out a lot of firepower, and end up being very real late-game threats. So this is kind of a good list. Really the epitome of what makes 2-ship lists strong right now. Not that they're dominating by any means, but they can still win. So, we're into shooting. Oh, no, Vader hasn't moved yet. Sorry. So, okay, and a 1 soft. So this is actually pretty good. Vader's going to be able to boost out of Lieutenant Colzet's firing arc. And he's going to be able to get some... Okay, so he's going to barrel roll first. And then he can definitely boost. And he's going to have shots on Echo. So we're going to have to... Shereef's going to have to live by the dice here.
Yeah, so Echo's in a pretty bad spot right now. So
Definitely is, yeah.
Because they really rely on that cloaking.
They really do. That's remember, guys, that's an extra 2 evade dice when the Phantom is cloaked. So that's Vader's 2 actions, and Soontir is the first. Oh, okay. So sorry, guys. Shereef has initiative. I was all wrong. I should do my research before we do these. So Shereef rolls. He gets a hit, 2 focuses, turns that into 3 hits. Kenkirk does not get his 1 single evade from range 3, so he's going to take a damage. And this is the point where Kenkirk's stuff gets activated. So from here on in, Kenkirk's going to have some damage reduction. Blake's turn. He's got a range 2 shot on Echo. So he's going to reroll it with Predator. He's going to get a hit, and he's going to add in a crit with Advanced Cloaking Device. And what does Shereef get? He's got to get 2 evades here. Ooh. He doesn't. He rolls blanks. Oh. Now, between him rolling 5 dice getting 1 and him rolling 2 dice getting none, I think it's safe to say that Shereef's dice are really not showing up for him at this time.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, that would. So now Shereef is fighting an uphill battle.
Big time. Echo was a pretty key component to
that's
killing
his big damage, right?
So there, yeah.
And then here we go. Some.
Yep. So this is
shots.
Yeah, this is Kenkirk probably shooting at Colzet, I imagine. Yep, at Colzet.
And.
So Colzet loses both his shields. Man, Shereef's dice are completely betraying him.
Both shields and a crit.
He's getting completely betrayed by his dice. This is awful.
Yeah, but that's wargaming for you.
That's wargaming, yes. All right, and they measured for Colzet, who does... we can clearly see he doesn't have a shot. So on to the next turn. Colzet's doing a 2 hard. Looks like he's going to bump into Vader. That was probably intentional. Shereef knew that was going to happen. He's not... Shereef's by no means a new player, guys. In fact... A lot of people over the Ontario region have probably met Shereef. He goes out of his way to attend as many store championships as he can.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a really nice guy. We're lucky to have him as part of our community. So next up is Kenkirk at Pilot Skill 6. Blake's chosen to do a 2 hard, and that's pretty much the maneuver you want to do if you want to stay on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's completely...
Don't drive your big ship off the board.
Now, because of the way that Colzet's positioned, because Colzet didn't get an action, if Blake boosts here... which is what I'd do, he can get in front of Soontir, so Soontir won't be shooting at him for sure. He'll either bump him or go past. and Colzet is going to be out of arc. So I got to say, like, the obvious choice is to, so a boost. One forward or a one soft to the right. Either would have probably accomplished it here, but Blake knows what he's doing. And that's exactly how it is. So next up to move is going to be Darth Vader. And really, I guess, at this point, Darth Vader doesn't want to get shot at by Colzet. That's going to be easy. The question is, can he get a shot on Soontir after he's moved? So Soontir's going to go forward and do 2. And this is going to be easy for Soontir to get out of. He can barrel roll and boost and the whole deal. I'm curious to see what Vader did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it looks like it's pretty safe to say Soontir won't be Shereef's entire army won't be shooting this turn. We still have Vader to go.
Yeah, so...
And of course, Soontir's actions. So, I imagine he's going to be doing a barrel roll. He might be able to do a boost and get around that asteroid. It looks pretty close. Shereef's probably... There's no reason not to check. He can declare a boost if he feels like he wants to do that. And, of course, if the boost doesn't work out, he just gets his action back. But I think it's safe to say Shereef's contemplating which end he wants to barrel roll. And, I mean... The choice that doesn't put you in range 1 of a Decimator, that's a good choice. So he's still got one action. And he's gonna boost. So this is gonna give Soontir a focus as well. So he's now gotten out of range 2 or range 1 from the Decimator. He's got his Autothrusters up, and he's got a focus. So that's well played.
Is the range 1 going to be through an asteroid too?
It might potentially be through an asteroid. They look parallel, so we'll see how these guys rule it.
Mm-hmm.
But it could potentially be through an asteroid. But unless Shereef's dice continue to be awful, like Soontir is probably not going to be taking damage from that shot. Mm-hmm. All right, so Blake, and he did a 3 hard. So I'm not sure if
he won't be shooting.
I don't think he's going to have I don't think he's got a shot. So he might as well take his target lock this turn, because that doesn't go away. And sorry, I think I just heard a Wookiee. But so he's going to take a target on Soontir. Very nice. And remember, guys, Colzet's already really damaged, so he could potentially be dying this turn from Kenkirk shooting at him. I wouldn't shoot at the Soontir fell. Odds are you're not going to be doing damage.
No.
So he's boosted just so he can get a better angle of approach in following turns. And that's it. So we're going to go into shooting, and there's one shot to be had this turn, and that's going to be Vessery, and I am and he's shooting at Colzet. That's the right choice. So here's the power of Predator, guys. Even though he rolled, not so well, he gets a reroll, and he gets Emperor Palpatine. So odds are you're doing damage with that gun. Mm-hmm. What does Shereef get? Oh my goodness. Another complete whiff.
Yeah, he hasn't rolled an evade yet.
I don't think he has. I think he rolled one single one earlier. Shereef's dice have betrayed him, guys. Yeah. This is full-blown heresy right here.
Full-blown heresy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So it's Soontir versus the world now. And this is an uphill battle because Kenkirk's got a damage reduction of 2. Soontir does 3 damage. So you do the math, it's going to take Soontir probably 11 turns to kill the Decimator alone. And on top of that, he moves before Darth Vader. It's going to take a series of miracles to get Shereef back into this game. Let's see if he can pull it off. So Soontir's doing his 2 hard, and that's green, guys, so that clears the stress. That's what makes Interceptor so great with Push the Limit. He gets 2 actions now. So he's probably going to boost, get a better angle of attack in ensuing turns. And he can take a evade and get a focus here. And that's exactly what he does.
So many actions.
Oh, Soontir fell. Everyone likes him, everyone hates him.
Oh, and it's going.
So here comes Vader, and I'm pretty sure that bumped, but Blake asteroid. We'll see.
Okay, he better.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that bumped. We'll see if he rolls the dice here.
There you go.
So okay. And it was a blank. So, but guys, remember, Vader probably wouldn't have taken damage anyways because Emperor Palpatine can be used to modify those red dice rolls.
It's a great card.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So, they're measuring for range 3. This is Vassery shooting at Soontir. We'll see what they determine. Looks like it might be range 3. So that's going to be a bonus defense die. And with a focus and evade token, I don't think Soontir is going to be taking damage. So he's going to reroll and get a crit. And he's going to use Palpatine. Oh, no.
Yeah. There's some evades.
Yeah. Yeah, so there are the evades.
Too little, too late.
Yeah. So, whenever Soontir... Remember, guys, this is targeting computer Soontir, so whenever he can get a target lock off, whenever Shereef feels it's safe to do so, that's when he can start doing damage. Like, that's the thing about targeting computer Soontir. It's less defensive, but it's much, much better for dishing out pain. Alright. So Blake selected to boost. And that, why not? Because he gets his evade action anyways. He's got his Predator, so he's set. Soontir's doing it too hard. I don't know who he's trying to close in on. He has options, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, get behind Vader.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's going to try and... Yeah, this is good. A barrel roll into that asteroid. Well, not into it, but so he's behind it. Maybe get a little cover from potentially Vader doing a too hard. And he takes out that target lock I was talking about. So Soontir is going on the offensive. And guys, notice that he did his barrel roll, he did his target lock, and he still gets that focus, right? So maximum firepower, even though he did a repositioning action. Pretty strong. So we'll have to see what Vader does. I imagine that Blake did it too hard. He might have done it too soft, though. And he did a K turn. Very nice. Wow, that's fantastic. I don't know if Blake anticipated that, but the result is that he is not getting shot at this turn, and Vader gets a shot on Soontir. So very well played on Blake's part.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, pretty perfect.
But Soontir has a lot of defense right now. So.
Yeah, so it's range 3 and through an asteroid. Soontir's going to have 5 defense dice against this. Odds are he's not taking damage.
And he has a focus on him, so...
Yeah, and he's got focus. Alright, so Blake rolls his 2. He's going to reroll with Predator. And he's going to add in a crit for hit, crit, crit. And, yeah, so no damage. Autothrusters is very strong, guys.
Yeah, Autothrusters, great card.
One of the best.
I bought a Star Viper I bought an Autothrusters, not a Star Viper.
Yeah, and it came with a free Star Viper.
It came with it sitting on my shelf.
Yeah. He's not kidding, guys. It's actually sitting on his shelf outside of his collection.
The local shop brought in 14 of them.
Yep. He's sold most of them, though.
Yeah, impressive. When we walked in one day, there's 14 sitting on the table. I'm like, went pretty hard there, but...
Yeah. No, Doug has sold most of them.
Yep. Wave 8's coming out soon, so...
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
By the way, guys, Thermal Detonators was just spoiled today. So if you want to go check that out, it's like seismic charges, but it also deals with stress. So pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah, pretty cool. Additionally, we found out what dual cards do today. So there's those new elites that have 2 sides. You don't switch it at the start of every turn. You choose which side you're using at the start of a game, and you keep with it.
That's cool. Dual cards, they have the same point cost on each side?
Well, though the only one that exists so far does. It's 0, actually.
Oh.
So it's a 0-point elite.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What ship is it for?
It comes in the Mist Hunter.
Okay.
And it'll give you plus or minus 1 pilot skill. That's
cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd want -1 pilot skill.
Well, maybe sometimes if you're looking to bump,
mm-hmm.
For some ships it can be advantageous. But let's get back to the game here because Vader is moving in hard on Soontir. Soontir's got the full gift basket here, but Vader's got a range 1 shot. Kenkirk is out. So no shots again from Shereef. Shereef's going to have to survive this. So Vader rolls, and he gets 3 focuses.
Ouch.
And he's going to Palpatine. Yeah, he didn't... Oh, and he did have a focus, yeah. So hit, crit, crit. And Shereef can only do 3 of them, so Soontir's taking a crit. And thankfully, Stealth Device is not here, so he doesn't lose it. I wish he puts the crit up to the...
Oh,
thank
there
you,
you go.
Shereef. It looked like thrust control. No. Something fire. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it was, guys. I didn't get a good look. It was too blurry. But I don't know if it's gonna make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Blake has moved in.
Soontir looks like he's probably gonna bump here.
Blake did it too hard, and he boosted up, and it looks like he's gonna be bumping. And that's oftentimes that means
And then Vader's probably doing a 1 soft
or a K turn.
or a K turn.
Yeah. Oftentimes a bump means a dead Soontir. And he did a 2 forward. Oh, sorry, a 3 forward. Regardless, Soontir has now bumped. Soontir is actionless and down to 2 hull. Depending on what Vader does, this could be the end. Alright, let's see it, Blake. And he did a 4K. Wow. Well played on Blake's part, setting up the trap, getting into position, and doing the damage. Well, not yet. We'll see.
Exactly.
So, he's got arc, he's got his target lock, and he's got predator. He's got, is it range 1? I don't think it's range 1. So he got a hit. He's going to reroll it with predator, and he's going to use Palpatine for hit, crit, crit. And that is a dead Soontir.
And there you go.
Well, guys, congratulations to Blake, who, because of his huge margin of victory, just squeaked past into first place after this. So, Blake has won the first Retribution of Alderaan tournament, and he's now won the second Retribution of Alderaan tournament. So, congratulations to Blake for the consistent showing.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
And heartbreaking for Shereef having his dice just completely betray him
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, having a game where the first dice you roll is just not good. It's hard to come back from that.
And he had such a great run too. He completely dismantled everyone he went up against until he met Blake.
Yeah, we've seen Shereef in of 2 videos before this, and he did quite good in that one. So
yeah.
But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching that. That was the last tournament. That was the head table at the last tournament we just did on March 19th. We got another tournament coming up, and that's a C3PO Series Store Championship, so we'll make sure we'll get the 4 games from that, or the 5 games from that, actually.
6. We'll
6 games.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, 4 rounds and a top 4 cut.
Well, there we go. Yeah, so anyways, thank you very much for watching. Thanks, John, for commentating on all these videos, and keep on wargaming, guys.